morning, everyone. It's Monday. I'm Andrew. I don't want to work anymore. And we trade the Nasdaq. So I'm hoping everyone's had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. We'll get into that a little bit. But let's have a look at some numbers here. I got my 4 hour up right now. It's been trying to figure out a game plan for today and a bias. And I think it's going to be a small range day. So we'll take it as it comes. We got bigger news on Wednesday and Thursday, so I don't see a whole lot of action here on Monday and Tuesday. So, but what do I know? I'm not here to give you trade advice. We're just hanging out. Raghav, how you doing, my friend? Great weekend, I hope you had. And hope you had a great day. And we had a kind of a hard day. What's up, Dat Wolf? How you doing, my dude? Doing great. Awesome. Love to hear it. Yeah, I'm feeling a little foggy. Yeah, I had an awesome weekend. We got the boat out finally. My fuel tank, the level sensor doesn't tell me how much fuel I have. That's the only scary thing about being out there, but it's running pretty good. And we got out to the beach. We got some drinks. We had some snacks. We all got sunburns. We got some crab, and we had crab dinner. If you all follow me on Instagram, you would have seen the stories there of us catching the crab. And yeah, me and my wife last night, we put them in the what is it called? The Instapot, and it's like a pressure cooker. So just a cup of water with the crab in there, two lemons, and you just set it for 1 minute, and it takes about 10 minutes to cook it for that 1 minute, because it's got to like boil the water and create the pressure. And then yeah, the crab are like perfectly cooked every time, and we just shell them. And my wife made what was a creamy lemon crab fettuccine, basically. So it was delicious. We had a great dinner last night with the crab that we caught. So summer's off to a great start, and we can't wait to get out there again this weekend and hopefully get some more people out. My buddy got off work on Sunday, and we picked them up there later at the boat launch and brought them to the beach with us. So summer's off to a great start, and hopefully our trading will for the week too. What'd you guys get up to? Just trying to figure out what we're gonna do here. Consolidating. We're at Friday's closing price already, so there is no opening gap or new week opening gap really to speak of. Lots of relatively equal highs and lows, really, all over the place here. So and some buy side up here. Nothing crazy like that, man. I'm getting hungry hearing about crab and tons of butter. Yummy. Yeah. Lots of butter. So normally we want to have Dungeness crab, but we had red rock. I am not good at catching the Dungeness crab right now. I just haven't found them, so I'm still pretty new to the West Coast. and ocean fishing in general. So yeah, I'm just learning. I'm still learning, and I gotta find out where they are. But the red rock are still, I would say they taste better, but they have a very hard shell and they're typically smaller. But I got 2 really big ones this time, and they were worth the effort for sure. We kept 4 in total, but Raghav's got no plan for today's trade either. Maybe upside to previous day high. Yeah. Okay, so we're taking some sell side here. I'm like, you know, what's the expression? Gun to my head. I would say bullish today, but only up to 21,880 and 21,936 at best. So I'm basically just gonna wait till we sweep some liquidity and then look for a reversal off of the first presented fair value gap. I think this is today's plan. You know, there's like no real fair value gaps to look at here on the 15-minute. There is one down here at midnight. We are in a premium based on midnight's opening price, but it's not like we didn't dip below it. Let's see this guy here. Maybe tap into that again before reaching higher. And then I have something. LA riots. What's going on in LA? LA riots. Okay, so the 5-minute strategy. I got a message from, I'm not gonna call out the guy's name, but he was talking about a 5-minute strategy. Okay, so right here, did we sweep anything yet? Yeah, we swept some equal lows here, these equal lows. I just want to keep an eye here, and we're consolidating. So we gotta bust out of this range and then go. Okay, 5-minute strategy. Let's go to, this is Friday. Basically, I back tested it for a week. Actually, I think I got 9 trading days on there and I wasn't too impressed, but basically the first 5-minute candle, you got your first 5-minute candle, it's traded up first, and if it doesn't take the low within the first 15 minutes, put a sell order here to go in the opposite direction. And obviously you would have been triggered and stopped out here, stopped out here. You may have got a win on this long wick depending on what your profit target was. That's basically the strategy. And oh, here we go. We're starting to move out of the range. Maybe go down to this 15-minute fair value gap first, or at least sweep this low here just outside of London. Oh, we got relatively equal lows over here. Something like that. Okay, so there's the strategy. Basically, first 5-minute candle, if the low or high, depending on which way market runs initially, if that opposing low or high doesn't get taken in the first 15 minutes, then you can put a sell order for a short scalp. And yeah, I tried it for a little bit, wasn't a fan. I guess it would have worked out here, so the market traded lower initially, and then you could have came up and you would enter here. I basically used, I think, the 5-minute low as the stop. But if you come down into like a 1 minute, a 1 minute chart, you can probably find like a fair value gap to enter in off of, and also maybe find a better place for a stop. And yeah, so he didn't tell me what to target for a profit target, but you can test it out and figure out, you know, for yourself. Basically, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it because I did get a spreadsheet out here. I'll bring it up on the screen real quick. Yeah, so these are the wins: 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses since like March 26th to April 16th. So yeah, you'd have to play with the TP, right? Maybe target a high or something like that, or a low for your entry, or for your TP. And your entry, I would probably drop down into a 1 minute, or if you just wanted to be lazy, use the, let's see, we would have gone long. So let's say we would have gone long here. Ah, come on. I don't think this is working. There we go. Long there. Stop loss at the bottom of that 5-minute candle, maybe. And then go for a 1-to-1. Would that work? Yeah, you get a 1-to-1 on that. So it's still 79 points on that day. Okay, here we go. Do we have a first percent of fair value gap? Drop it into that 15-minute. We took out relatively equal lows in London. We took out, did we break that low? No, we made another relatively equal low here. Oh yeah, London lows got relatively equal lows, lots of it down there. We did get a first percent of fair value gap though. How many points is it? It looks small. 770 to 771. That is pretty small. Did we get one on? Yeah, there's one still on the E-mini. If we close above this first presented, I'm gonna take a long. We did not. Yeah, this wasn't clean. I would like to take that, but I just have to wait for a return to this one. This could also turn out to be like a double sweep. It could just come back up here to take out. Look at all those relatively equal highs here. I'm in. I'm going long. Got tapped into that first gap there after we inverted the first presented fair value gap. And I'm just gonna put my stop loss just below the first presented fair value gap. And I just want these relatively equal highs right there. Oh man. because of the time zone factor in Japan, now I'm looking for trades in the 5-minute charts after London kill zone, 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. New York. $21,824. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the market open right now. I think we're gonna have a real choppy day. I'm pretty happy with my entry here. I think it could really push up to 21,879. This is looking like I like this. I think it's going to consolidate out of here and then push out. I did update all my data for the first presented fair value gap. And let's see what we got. I want to be able to see price here. Whatever, we're consolidating. You guys let me know in the comments how I'm doing. Okay. Funny enough, because April had this like crazy one win day, you could totally say that April was positive by 2,700 points, right? But if you remove that guy, you're only, surprisingly, you're still up though by like 300 points. And then in May, from May till, yeah, well, let's go the whole month of May, we're down 132 points, which is like not that bad. You know, given what we've been up to lately, I guess. And then from June, we're down 284. So my theory, if you look at like all the price action that we've had, actually I'll go back up, let me pull this up again. Overall we're still 919 trades, 383 trading days, 490 versus 420 on the win-loss, 53%, still 12,259 points, 32 points per day, average RR is 4.2. So pretty good. But I think what happened, we've been like in a bull market for, well, let's go to the weekly. You know, we've been in a bull market for quite a while, and I think that's where most of the data is, right? It's like all through here, and then really it's kind of taking a turn for the worse actually in April. Let's check, let's go back. let's even look at March here. February, March. March was 1,500 points. February was 2,100 points. So, and then like when did all this stuff happen? Late February. So even you still made money like during this huge drop here. It's just been basically this recovery that's been really bad for the strategy for whatever reason. This is the only losing period that strategy has had in 300 and come on, why does this take so long? There we go. I'm gonna move up my stop. Could have added another position. Too busy yapping. Oh yeah, maybe I should throw my... I had some nice trades on Friday. I didn't take a trade though. You're not in on anything, Raghav, right now. Okay. I got my win for the morning. Pretty good. I like that. I swept the low. I waited for a sweep. Used the first presented fair value gap. Inverted on it. And price kind of took off on me, but I was able to wait for us to come back at least into the top of the second one. Use my entry and just targeted these relatively equal highs here that we made coming outside of London. I'm pretty happy with that. Look at all this. I really do think I could have held on, say 21,840, but I can't remember why I picked 21,840. Let's have a look. There's something on the 1 minute, or was it on the 5? I think there was a fair value gap or something, or what? Maybe it was a 1 hour, 4 hour chart. Let's check the 4 hour. Yeah. What is 21,840? Why did I pick that? Obviously this is the high for 880 on the 4 hour. And this 937 is obvious. But what is 840? Yeah, I listen to a lot of different guys trading, and two guys, you know, pick one model and stick with it, you know. Yeah, $2 Friday. But actually, after the stream, I did really good on Friday. I had some banger trades on Friday after. Let's pull up the, so we can see the kill zones. We'll go to the 1 minute. What did I do on Friday? Looking at Friday, like Friday was a seek and destroy kind of day, but I can't believe okay, coming out of the morning, this consolidation right here, let's get the executions on. For whatever reason, so yeah, what I sold here, or I bought here, I sold there. I don't know why I have two buys here, but I kind of had this feeling that we were going to push up to take out these highs to manipulate. And so once we broke the high, I sold. And then I was like, we're going lower now, because I figured we got this consolidation, right? This is the manipulation down, but it didn't happen. So we consolidate again, manipulate up, take out these highs, and then we're going to push lower. And there was no setup here other than that we took those highs after this consolidation. So I was just looking at a power 3 and got in early. My stop was super tight, so the risk was low, but then I did sell down here at the bottom. So those were the two trades. I got this run up here. I don't remember, let's see the history. Yeah, that was 75 bucks up, and then 210 down, and then I took one late in the afternoon looking here at 234. Oh, here's 230, and I was looking for a fair value gap, and then I saw it here and I went for a buy because we dropped into this 15, or this bigger one here, which was on the 15-minute, and obviously it didn't work out. I got stopped out there. Did I move up my stop or something? Anyway, that was my loss in the afternoon. Oh, there it is, 33. Otherwise doing okay. But I was doing that all from my phone, these trades, and they look like they were much bigger moves. I guess they are bigger moves, but you know, looking back, I'm like, man, that's just like a consolidating day. So anyway, anyone else take any trades on Friday after the stream? Did you guys you catch any of this stuff? This would have been a great one also to get back into. Drop down, you got this fair value gap here and that one, and you came back into it. So that's not your breaker though, is it though, Raghav? I was looking at your breaker, so that's, you got a high, low, a higher. No, it doesn't work there. It's a little bit harder to find, isn't it, the breaker? Here's a breaker in London, basically. You got a high, a low, a higher high, and then this low would come into the price, the last up close candles in here. So come on, something like that. You took a short after close below the first presented fair value gap and got stopped. Yeah, I took a breaker only when major liquidity is taken. I look at session highs and lows, previous day highs and lows, previous week highs and lows only. Yeah, I like that. You know what, I practiced it a little bit, and yeah, your strategy has a very high win rate. You got to be patient to find it though. So what do we got here? You know, we swept not all of it. Look at this rip back up. Is there a breaker right here? High, low, higher, high, or does this one count here? This doesn't work. But this looks like it's gonna rip higher. You don't look at fair value gaps for liquidity. I've been really busy. I haven't had enough time to do back testing as much as I have in the, you know, when I basically started making content with my trades. And back testing the strategy was basically the last time I spent a lot of time back testing. I got this video, I got this video I gotta edit, this episode for the fishing show. It's taking up all my time, and now summer's here. I've been working on the boat, but now that the boat's basically fixed, I want to get into more testing and figure out, I need to figure out which strategy I'm gonna deploy and just stick to and backtest that one. I really like this one. So this has been twice now that I've waited for a sweep and then use the first presented fair value gap to target opposing relatively equal highs and lows. So it's exactly what ICT said the other day, and so twice now. That's worked out pretty good. So and you take either TP at 2R or near swing high or low near the 2.5R. Yeah. YM. Is there a micro for the Dow or no? What is YMX versus YM? MYM is micro. Let's do it. MYM. 2025. I don't know if I'll add it. Why not? Didn't do it though. Come on. Okay. Oh. Some different price action for sure. Funny, this is exactly what I thought. 1 minute, 15 minute. There we go. This is what I thought, or this is what I'm looking at the Nasdaq to do today. Just come up and then come down. So there's that come up and then come down, but we got to come up higher. It's kind of what I was thinking. MNQ. got to come up a little bit higher to this like 21,840. Maybe there's something on the 1 hour. Okay, 15-minute. Anyway. It's kind of what I've been thinking. Just come up a little bit higher in here. And then break lower like YM's doing. $9.35. Look at 5-minute. Okay, let's switch it over. MIM 5-minute. $9.35 candle will be, is that plus VE? Is that a bullish breaker? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, okay. 42, 765, 765. 765. It'll be a bullish breaker if it closes above that. So then you would, am I looking at the 9.35 candle? That's what you're saying. So we get above here, you're gonna want to tap back down into that candle. Is that what you're talking about? What is this? Oh, look at that. That's crazy. I don't want that. Whoa. That's a little... That's not... I don't want that either. I will take a long at 9.35 candle high with stop loss below. Gotcha. Understood. So that's kind of like the 5-minute strategy right there, right? Although, sorry, this high was already taken with this candle there. But I guess the 5-minute strategy, I think it's the first opening candle. So once you get above the opening price, then you would go higher. Anyway. Yeah, this looks like it's ready to take off now. Coming out of that 950 to 1010 macro, starting a new candle on the 4-hour. Didn't make a wick on it though. But yeah, this is the bullish nature I'm looking for now. But 10 after 7 my time, guys. I got my quick trade in, and I'm pretty happy with my performance today. Hope you guys put something on and make some money. I'm out. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We got big news coming on Wednesday. Where is it? And Thursday? Oh, the JOLTS report will be kind of important, I think. Anyway, we'll see. You guys have a great day. Thanks for coming out, and we'll catch you tomorrow.